Eh, too bright. Whoa, fear and hunger time. I'm actually really excited for this. I'm not excited for how quickly the beard is coming back. This like mustache goatee combo is genuinely like the hardest freaking thing to keep maintained, and for some reason I decided I was gonna do this look in the winter instead of the full beard in the winter when it's colder. And I don't understand. I just looked at myself on OBS and realized, oh shit. Your 5 o'clock shadow is coming. It's here. Special delivery for ImmortalKnave. Oh gosh. Oh man, I have to change the controls. That's ass. I can't WASD this shit. Damn it. I'm gonna go down the line. Yeah, I know in the last playthrough we did Outlander or Ragnarvalder, but I think I'm gonna stick to Mercenary and then work my way down everything. Oh, Karaha. Kara. What's his name? Kahara. There we go. I I don't know. Can you see my mouse on screen? Okay, it's that's like a huge fear I have. It's just having the mouse on screen. Not a fear, but it's like one of those things I don't want to deal with in post or just edit for the next like 10 hours and you're like, oh wow, look, there's the cursor on screen. What a wonderful time. That was loud. That was incredibly loud. Actually, this is incredibly dark. Wait. Let me turn it up like 2 ticks. No, no, no. Yes, but no still. There we go. Just one. I need to be able to see my face just a little bit. I'm gonna play on terror instead. No, here and here. Fear and hunger mode. Wow. I will eventually get around to terror and starvation and hard mode. I promise. It's just I am not ready yet, nor do I know any strats. And I don't like blindly going into things when there are people who know how to do the things, unless it's like a new game, then nobody knows what's going on. But you bitches be like, ooh, you didn't do this right, you stupid, ugly, fat, stink. You were born with the soul of the endless. That makes you yearn for freedom and forces you to push your creativity to its limits. You put your creativity to the test in the harshest of environments. You were born and soon abandoned in the capital of the eastern sanctuaries, Jataya. You had to choose at a very young age to either become a pickpocket, a burglar, or struggle to try to lead an honest life. Your life spent learning thievery certainly didn't go to waste. You learned to live with constant fear and danger over the years. The crude streets of Jataya taught you valuable lessons. As you grew older, you took part in various mercenary armies. You learned the dirtiest tricks to stay alive. You were taken in by a notorious veteran highwayman, and you joined his small band of criminals and ex-soldiers. During one of your many raids, your brigade was ambushed. The odds were seriously against you. You could have abandoned your comrades and saved your life, or you could have fought to your last breath. You traveled across the lands in your raid and eventually settled in the kingdom of Rondon, where silver was easy to come by as long as you were willing to get your knife dirty. One day, you received an ominous task from the officials of the kingdom. You were promised a handsome reward in silver if you could free the captain of the fabled mercenary army from the dungeon of Rondon itself, the Dungeon of Fear and Hunger. This morbid place has been used as a wartime prison by the kingdom, and for some reason, they now require an outside sword like yourself to infiltrate their very own stronghold. Something is clearly not right about this mission. You have felt nauseous since the moment you agreed to the job, but you are short on silver, and in the end, the reward is all that matters. You spent your last night in the kingdom. The Dungeon of Fear and Hunger stands in front of you. I need to change my keyboard layout right now. Like, immediately. Not later. Right now. Because I need to be able to use WASD for movement. I remember when I was a kid before I got into like PC gaming, I used to be able to up, down, left, right all day, every day. But now I gotta WASD my way through everything. I don't know how I was doing it before, but I was doing it. I may actually switch to my controller at some point if I find out that like The keyboard is a bit too loud. Based on where I have my microphone, I should be able to... Like, I can't keep it... I'm supposed to keep it closer to my face, but unfortunately, I don't have a mic stand anymore. I don't know why. Things get lost in whenever you move around frequently, and I tried really hard not to be that type of statistic, but it definitely happened. It's been a long time since I've beaten Fear and Hunger, like the first Fear and Hunger game. It's been quite a while, so I feel a little rusty. I think I have a short sword. Is there a difference between a short sword and a long sword? And, secondary question, is there a short sword in this game? I would love to find out. I'm supposed to guard now, right? I'm pretty sure you can play this game in a way where, in a way where you just never get hit. I'm pretty sure there's a way for that to happen, but I have never done it. I've tried, but it hasn't been successful yet. Like, these guys are probably the easiest enemies once you know how to take care of them. These guys, the zombies, maybe some other people that I can't think of in this moment. Because there's like certain enemies that you just... Oh, I can't get that. There's certain enemies that you just hit until they die. And then you have to hope for the best. The girl is staying quiet. So my goal is to get ending A. So I need to keep this girl alive to the best of my ability. If she dies, unfortunately, I'm going to have to start over. Hello? Oh. Okay, well, this confirmation of the game is confusing, and I think it may just be a little too loud. It might just be a little too loud. I know that Fear and Hunger intro was loud as shit. With me switching between my monitors right now, I'm not using Alt-Tab like a good boy. I should be Alt-Tabbing, but I'm not. Instead, I'm clicking over to the other monitor, and whenever I move my mouse back to the main screen, I accidentally hover over the enemy body parts, and you can't WASD if it's over the freaking body parts. See? Look, you can't see my mouse, but you can 100% tell that I'm using my mouse right now, right? Alright, so I've got my mouse on the head. I'm going to try to move left and right. It's just not working. I don't remember if they fixed that in Fear and Hunger 2. I'd hope so. They fixed a lot, or Miro fixed a lot for Fear and Hunger 2. Boy, how did we miss? How did we miss? And wow. At least she didn't lose a limb, and she's not bleeding. That's like, the best case scenario would have been win. But the worst case scenario would have just been like one-shot this girl. Stop trying to fuck us. Stop trying to remove my limbs, you bitch. Stop. What the hell? You and your stinger. That's just literally as big as his leg. The little fucking girl? Yeah, give me that dick. Give it to me. It's mine now. You're not gonna go around poking little girls with your fucking third leg. And on top of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you have 5 toes on your right leg. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. What am I doing? Oh, a guarding. It was a pretty big crit. It was a pretty big crit. What the hell? Please don't touch me. Thank you. I feel like you should have died a while ago, but nobody told me to miss that first hit. That's bullshit. My god, please. Please, be dead. There's another one behind me. Why are we missing simple fucking hits? Why are we missing simple hits? I'm gonna bank on the fact that, like, we actually hit him this time. Thank God. Because he was gonna mollywop my shit. Please, whatever you have, give it to me now. Thank you. Is there anything in here? Whatever you have, give it to me now. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. There's nothing in here. He doesn't seem to care anymore. Oh, I got a quill. Oh, I got a quill. Don't let me find an empty scroll, bitch. Don't let me find an empty fucking scroll. That motherfucker is walking between walls. What the fuck? Can I do that? What's wrong with this guy? What the fuck is going on here? Thank you. Don't miss. Don't miss. No more missing. Now we have to guard. Now we have to guard. Remove the arm and then guard. He's gonna try to touch me with this. Good. Good. See, this guard has a little bit more sense than that last one. Trying to fuck little girls. What's wrong with you? I'm assuming that's what. I can't imagine what that noise is. Like, what. You trying to force your way inside of small holes. I'm not talking about the little girl. I'm just talking about in general. Because look at that fucking leg. You think that's going in anywhere? That's forcing it in anything. He's like, glad he picked a skirt instead of pants. Because then he's going to have to make a third pant leg. Sorry, I stopped my brain for a moment. I can't wait to get this little girl something to attack with. I'm gonna make sure she does damage because anytime I got this little girl in my party, she needs to be useful. If you're going to take up a character slot, you need to be useful. Point blank period. I don't see why that would be ridiculous. That's not ridiculous. Exactly. I really wish this was Fear and Hunger 2. These are heads that I could be taking. Now, question. Why were you in the wall? You can do that? Oh my god, we're just like him. I'm so happy we have lockpicking. This is legitimately like the greatest skill of all time. A red vial, yes. Wait, what was that? What did I just pick up? What did I just pick up? Wait. I thought I picked up... Let's see, we've got oil, nitroglycerin powder, a throwing knife, a tinderbox, a glass vial, a red vial, a quill, and 2 lucky coins. Okay, it's not exactly what I want just yet, right? But it is... It's something, okay? I'm not mad at it. Okay, I had a scimitar. I thought, potentially, scooping a glass vial, yeah. I thought I had a short sword, which I don't know the difference between a scimitar and a long sword. I'm gonna keep it stacked with you. Nope. Wait. Wait. I want to pray. And I want to pray... I feel like I should do this in order, but I'm not gonna do it in order. I am going to pray to Sylvian until we get 1 affinity? Is that the right terminology? I want to pray to her 3 times, or at least do 3 things in her name. I want to be well-rounded when it comes to having god skills, because that's a thing you can do. Why is the game screaming? Hey. My god. What's wrong with this shit? No. I'm assuming if you're here that you know what type of time we're on. I'm assuming you've played Fear and Hunger, or you know a thing about Fear and Hunger. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the playthrough for you to watch, because I'm going to be very inconsistent about explaining things. I can sit here right now and be like, yeah, I'll explain to you how this works and how this works, and I'll do that for like an hour, and then completely forget when I start speedrunning my way through the rest of the game. But, just to make an attempt, I will try to explain as much as I can until the end of the game. I will try, okay? I will assume that you are new. And if you're new and you're still watching up to this point, thank you. I love you. Okay, we got a mock-up book. That's always there. I'm gonna leave this. And I'm gonna leave that. I'm pretty sure I picked this up already. Alright, I think I have everything I need from the first level of the dungeon. Like, everything that I would need personally before moving on to the second. My goal, if I haven't said it already, is to get ending A, which is why I need to keep the girl alive, because she's kind of important when it comes to getting that ending. And I picked up 2 rotten meat because there's another... I don't think I need this just yet. There's another party member that requires rotten meat, and I kind of want that party member. At least for a little while. At least just for a little while. We're going to come back for these bookshelves at some point. Depending on a level of RNG, because, if you don't know about Fear and Hunger, all of these little loot things that we're seeing, all of the little crates, like these crates right here, they're random every single time. And that bug was there for a reason too. If you can, there's a skill that you pick up in the game that will allow you to speak to bugs. So you might see them every once in a while. They seem to be very like ambient creatures. Like, oh, they're just there for ambience, but no, you can actually speak to them. We get a book? Is this something I can read? No, but I do have this here. On the subject we discussed earlier in our last exchange, we no longer have any need for those captives. What you do with those poor bastards is none of my concern. If you proceed with your wicked plans, please make sure you leave no one alive to speak of the studies performed. No witnesses, so to speak. Cruelty is not unheard of in times of war. I'm sure you, of all people, should know this. But some things exceed the limits of what any human should ever experience. We do not want word spreading. Take no offense at my words, but for my own sake as well, I hope I never hear from you again. Okay, I don't think I've ever read that before, and I'm not actually sure what that's in reference to. I just picked up a book. Which book is this? This book is about various recipes from the famous Chef Anders of the Royal Kitchens of Rondon. Even if the book presents itself as a recipe book, it seems to tell more about the notorious Chef Anders himself. It is more of a biography, greatly exaggerating his life's triumphs and challenges as a royal chef. There also seems to be a nice love story twist involving the princess of the court. Between all this romance and betrayal, you find recipes from Chef Anders' famous meat pie. I kind of like the idea of a recipe book that doubles as like a love story, like a love novel or something similar to that, right? I feel like that's kind of dope. Oh god, it's this big blob of sadness. A glass vial and a white vial. Okay, I can work with that. I'm good. Okay, for my non-knowers of Fear and Hunger, right? Assuming that you don't know. This thing here, don't fuck with it. Not because it's gonna hurt you or kill you, because it looks like it could. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look at it. Would you look at it? Would you just take a look at this thing?
I say, would you look at this?
There's no real point. You can offer the girl. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but you can do all of these options. Okay, I'm gonna tell you just don't do it. It's a waste of your time. But because I told you that, you're probably gonna go do it, and I'm not gonna stop you from enjoying yourself. But what I will tell you to do is to examine this hole and then follow through with the rest of the commands. I'm just gonna say that. You get a neat moment, but do it now. Don't do it later. If you do it later, you'll probably be upset with me. I don't remember. You hear a crack on it. No! Tails never fails, baby. Tails never fails. Ow, my legs. You searched the crate for anything useful. You found a blue herb. Okay. You searched the crate. Another blue herb. I'm not mad at this. I'm genuinely not upset at falling here. I want to collect as much as possible, but I also don't want to take too much time just in case. Because we're supposed to be looking for somebody right now. At least that's my goal, right? For ending A. It's not necessary to have this person alive if we find them, like specifically for ending A, but they are of great use. Like they genuinely would be of great use for me. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Hello? I'm pretty sure it's this way. But I personally would like this companion as my companion. Little girl starting to feel hungry. I don't like that. We're getting a bit more hungry than she is. And I am going to eat the cheese just to satisfy my stomach for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I can open all these doors because we know lockpicking. Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. Which means we get free cloth fragments. I just ate, you big hungry bitch. Why you want to eat so bad? I want more cloth fragments. Cloth fragments. Hey, look, if you're minding your business, I'm minding mine. That's my phone. That's how I function. Bottle of whiskey. Ring of Wraith. Isn't that the bleeding ring? A ring with a blood diamond embedded on it. The blood diamond has seen so much death that life worth. Is this the one that I can't take off? Fingers crossed. I'm gonna hope that I can take this off. Okay, yeah. That's actually such an awesome... That's actually so awesome to find. Oh, see, look, it's another bug. But they can't talk to him. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little turned around from falling down. Nope. Nope. Not gonna do that. Skinning knife. Okay. It's not... I wish they would have put the skinning knife inside of Fear and Hunger 2. It wouldn't have served a purpose, but... It would have been cool to skin enemies alive. Well, they would have been dead, and some enemies would have had a really difficult time getting skinned. Just like some heads can't be removed in Fear and Hunger 2. A wretched-looking person walks out. Yeah, get fucked! Get fucked! Who in the lowest hell are you? I have no name. Give me your arm! And you, just sit there and watch it happen. Oh, I could give the little girl the Ring of Wraiths. Because it'll heal us in battle every turn, but it won't heal outside of battle. Which, that's not broken. I mean, that's pretty balanced, right? It's another skinny knife, right? It's a bone saw. I'm hoping I don't need to use the bone saw at any given point in time. Ah! No, wait. You're a sane one, right? Right? Yeah, of course. I'd be dead otherwise now. Well, you're not wrong. Should learn to protect yourself. Don't stay on the doorway. You'll give us away if someone sees you. Who are you? My name doesn't matter in this very moment. I've been lost in these dungeons for what feels like a lifetime. My sense of time has become blurry. It might be years, months, or... Sorry, I forgot to mute my phone. My sense of time has become blurry. It might be years, months, or I fear even just weeks. I just cannot handle it any longer. I feel my mind giving up already. I just can't. I don't know what business you got here, but if I were you, I'd run out as fast as possible. If escaping the place is even possible anymore, that is... Bro, we're on like the 2nd level. If you can't figure out how to get out, then I don't know what to tell you. The bed is in a bad shape. I'm gonna tear the blanket we're not gonna save just yet. You managed to get rid of that wretched torturer? Absolutely magnificent. But the dangers of this dungeon doesn't end here. What are you doing here? Well, it's complicated. Let us trade words later in a more secure environment. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so we saved him. He's happy. We saved him simply because we killed the guy that was looking for him. Another skinny knife. I'm so greedy. I want everything. I would be more happy and more comfortable if I found an explosive vial. If I don't find an explosive vial anytime soon, I'm gonna be genuinely pretty sad. And I feel as if I need to kill these guys quickly. Do I have anything? Oh, I don't have anything explosive. I literally just mentioned having an explosive vial, and I don't have an explosive vial. The hell? I need this girl to get useful quickly. Quickly. Okay, that one shot. I need this to one shot as well. Because otherwise, they're going to do something that I don't appreciate. Yay. Sweet. Priest robe and a soul stone. Let's go. No. Wait, I actually think I need to use the soul stone. Okay, I need this game to stop hollering in my ear. Sincerely, everybody. Sincerely, my ears. Sincerely, your ears. It's probably not even that bad. It's just the fact that I have on headphones and it Feels like I'm bleeding sometimes. No, I already got this one because that's the book that I got. Wait, will I fall through the floor? I was about to say, that's a trap. I can't finish the game. Another quill. I forgot that was there. I hope that I find an empty scroll so badly. I really, 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 really hope I find one. Nope. Okay. 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 You feeling bad? The little girl is holding her head and shaking visibly. She seems hesitant and continuing. You want to stay in the crate next time? I don't understand. No, pull yourself together. We can't rest here. Can you continue a little while longer? Okay. She seems to ponder your words. She regains some of her determination and nods to you. As she should. What's her mind looking like? 69. Girl, you're fine. You're just halfway insane, not fully. Alright, we're just gonna eat a little bit. Okay, we're just gonna eat just a little bit. And then the next fight we get into, hey, you can have... That's actually a great idea. No weapons for you yet. Hey, take this off. And give it to her. Next fight we get into, let's just give her a reason to stay alive. And for you, as for you, I'm gonna murder you at some point. Yeah. Like, I kind of like Enki. Don't really like Enki. We got a lot of motherfucking books. What the hell? Oh my god, I just got so many. This is gonna be a hell of a read in a second. I guess the Assassin Handbook is a good start. This book contains instructions on how to skin an animal or humanoid creature, and how to make a believable disguise from the flayed feather or fur. Use a skinning knife with precise movement to remove the skin from the muscle tissue and bone. With enough pieces of leather, you can use them to make an outfit, a disguise of sorts. This disguise will mask any human scent, whether it is a scent of fear or hunger. Caution is advised, as this masking technique does not work if you get too close to the beast. Alright, that's going to be useful. That means we probably have the ability to... Okay, well, we have the ability to make a lot of different types of food. Wait a minute. And yeah, so that book just taught us to make disguises from some of the skins that we didn't collect. Oh, right, because I just got the knives. Okay, let's read some more. Let's see what's up. So you read this. Anathomia? Confusion or concussion, fracture or broken bone, bleeding wounds, poisoned, parasitic intestinal worm, momentary stun, infected wound on the arm, infected wound on the leg, blindness or other eye trauma, severe mental trauma, severe physical trauma, severe anal bleeding, temporary paralysis, strong toxic poisoning, different stages of hunger, different stages of fear. This book by no means covers everything under the sun and stars, and thus it should only be used as a reference. That's a lot of different status effects. I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy I know most of them, but like, the book kept going and I was genuinely a bit taken aback. Born from humble origins of a virgin mother, human origins with the path laid down by a false god, a god walking amongst men, Omer would gather 12 apostles from his most trusted companions. Together, they were to bring back the old world order. Kings and sultans of the times would stand idle in awe when a man of undeniable godlike stature came down to their golden city gates. Instead, they would capture Omer. The newborn god would be nailed onto a cross, arms spread wide, and left for the crows to feast on. But Omer was to ascend. Arms still spread from the cross, he would soar, becoming the symbol we know of today, turning his cross-ridden posture into something greater, a symbol of hope and domination. Spending 3 days and nights at the city of the gods, Mahavra, he would return among men. With his following of 11 apostles, he would murder the kings and sultans of the time, as was just, bringing back the old world order. But he's basically Jesus, by the sound of it. Chained Heart, by Ron Chambara. Silent grace in life, hidden in your eyes. I used to dream all night. Wasted tears weighing my back from our love of lies. I used to stay awake all night. Chains in my heart, gaining weight before your eyes. Too heavy for me to bear. Can't you see me suffer? So hard to withstand, even a sight of your eyes. Chains in my heart, so heavy I can't defy. You ponder these lines in your head.